What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Dead State. I don't know why I just doubled that up right there. I felt like I was going to have like a new segue, like I was going to do something awesome. I always wish that I had a segue, by the way. I should get a segue. I would write it like every day. We should go to Buchanan Lake. We should get our fish on. Let's go fishing right now. I just ate a whole bunch of Jelly Belly beans. If you live in the Bay Area, there's this factory called the Jelly Belly Factory. And what the Jelly Belly Factory does is it produces gourmet jelly beans. We're going to fish for 7 hours, and then we're going to go back over here. I don't feel like looting any other locations. And I would like to actually stock up on fish for a while. We don't have a whole lot of fresh food. I think you can get to the point in this game where you actually just start to, like, accumulate. A 7-hour fishing trip. That's a lot of fishing. I might lose my attention span during the course of that whole thing. However, if we can bring back 25, 30, 35, whatever fish with us, it will take the edge off the fact that we really didn't bring a whole lot back today. That's the truth. We still haven't gone to Llano Residential either, which is kind of an odd thing, but frankly, there's nothing really, a path near water. I've never seen this event before. I don't know what's about to happen. It's definitely dark out, and it's actually, the game is chugging and loading something. What it's loading right now, I'm not sure. Looks like we got a truck down by the lake. Let's be careful, he said as he sprinted into the middle of the camp with a katana. It's a dog bowl. Some fishing supplies. Weirdly enough. Is there not going to be like any comeuppance for this? I feel like I'm going to get punished for this somehow. Like something bad is going to happen up in here. A little bit of gas. Is this just like a freebie zone then? I don't trust this for a second. Something bad's going to happen. Oh shit. Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. Look at all those deaders. Yep, not interested. We're leaving. Farewell! I don't want to spend a bunch of time killing zombies in this episode. I realize it's called Dead State, but the zombies are such like an ineffective force at this point that I just don't care anymore. I just want to go home. That's all there is to it. I just want to make it. If we can make it back home and I can lay on my lovely soft cot, that's all that I want. I never got a cot. I was always planning on getting one because I do a lot of field expeditions and things like that, and I never got one. Like I always wanted to get a folding cot that I could just throw my sleeping bag on top of, and I never did. Never got around to it. I've heard that anything that gets you up off the ground actually makes you a lot warmer. I had two pads. I have like a normal one that looks kind of like the inside of an egg crate, and then on top of that, I have one of the auto-inflating air pads that you can get just from like Coleman or wherever else. But even so, being in contact with the ground, I slept on the ground one time. I've slept on the ground actually a couple times. When I first started camping, I didn't realize that you needed a pad, and so I learned that lesson the hard way. I don't know, my family didn't camp that much. Like, we camped sometimes, but it wasn't like a big thing for my family. My dad's like an outdoorsy type of dude, but like my mom is the exact opposite. My mom could not like exist without society. It just... she like requires like cities and things like that, and so because my mom doesn't enjoy it, typically we just didn't go like camping that much. We did every now and again to indulge my dad, like probably like once a year, maybe twice a year, but like I was kind of a city kid too, in that like I didn't really pay too good of attention when my dad would take me out to do stuff like that. You regret it later on, for real. If you're like a young kid right now and your dad like tries to teach you to do stuff, like pay attention. Don't make the mistake that I did, because when I was a kid I was like, man, this is stupid, and like didn't want to do it and was a grumpy all the time, and like seriously, I missed out on like a lot of knowledge, right? I brought 6 of those with me. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't even notice that. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so did I ever look at her strength? What was her strength at? Let me take a look here. On the goals menu. Let's go all the way down to the bottom to Regina. She has 7 strength. Her strength is pretty good. Her strength isn't bad. What's my strength? 7? So yeah, she's set up. Let's give her a 2-handed weapon then. Give her a 2-handed weapon just to make this work a little bit better. Regina, actually, I mean, the one-hander and the shield's not a bad call, because that makes her a little bit more resilient. It makes up for the fact, well, can I stock that? I can't, so I can't stock that, right? Oh, good, we have a reinforced, oh my god. That's really good. Holy shit, that's good. Okay, give that to her, the reinforced riding leather, since she's tanking. Oh my god, that's good. That's like really, really good. That's like the kind of good that makes you stop and give pause, where you're just like, yeah. Why does Elaine Martin still have a bunch of our goodies on? That's problematic. Okay, so that explains where a bunch of these riding leathers went. I'm going to try and go through and reinforce all of these over the course of the next couple of days if I can. We'll re-equip people later on, but basically my goal right now is to come up with a huge stockpile of things that will be like long-term equipable. Just in case. I don't think you ever actually get attacked to where you have to like play with all 15, 20 people in your shelter. But if it ever happens, I'd like to sew together some of the gear and make it happen. Especially considering the upgraded version of that thing is amazing. It basically raises everything else by 20% and then raises ballistic by 10, so that you just get a little bit of ballistic to take the edge off. We may, however, need to ride out... Where are my leathers at? Hold on, let me see. How many leathers do I have right now? We have a reinforced leather jacket. I'm okay with that. We have one riding leather right there. Oh, we have a whole bunch of them. Okay, so there's 3 up there. Okay, we brought back more than enough. So essentially what I want to do right now is we'll try and keep it so that we constantly have... Actually, that fireman's helmet's pretty good, too. 10, 5... 5, 20 fire, 20 bludgeoning, no piercing, and no slashing. It kind of depends what you want out of the deal, I think. It's got really, really good baseline defense, though. Which makes it one of those pieces of equipment that slash and bludgeoning, so it only has a bunch of bludgeoning, but it gives you ballistic fire and normal defense. Yeah, give it to him, why not? Well, I think you can upgrade the helmets too and stuff, so basically what I'm going to try and do now so I can get rid of all these ballistic vests, I'm actually going to try and have somebody constantly creating more and more reinforced leathers as much as possible. For right now, though, I think we're done. Let's go ahead and bypass the day. Do I actually have to talk to Karen and give her the stuff? Like, how does this work? God, this sucks. I really, really wish that I was not involved in this. Alright, we've got... I don't know how this is going to work. We probably have to do it the same way that we did with Michiru, where we had to take the dictionary to the right person at the right time. Maybe, I don't know. This could this is one of those decisions that could really make people angry, because people have a lot of opinions about stuff like this. This abortion, actually, I figured once word got around, and it will. Once word got around here at the school that what had transpired, I feel like basically there would be a lot of camps here, especially the guys that hang out with Todd. I'm not a medic. I don't know why this is my job. Oh, I don't want to do the What? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, Craig's gonna be pissed and he's coming right for me. Don't worry about Craig, okay? He'll be hurt, but he wasn't listening and he didn't understand. If he comes at you, or even when, I'll be there. Thank you for this. I know nothing about this was easy, but you really came through for me and I can't tell you how much that means. And now I think I'll rest a bit if you're okay with that. Alright. Oh my god. I don't feel good about this right now. I don't feel good about it. If I chose the other option, I wouldn't have felt good either. Neither of those options made me happy. I don't understand why I'm the guy that had to do it either. Maybe it's because of the 3 medical skill I took? I don't know, but this is... I can say one thing. I have officially performed an abortion inside a video game now. That's... weird. In a lot of different ways. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not sure. We're definitely treading the edge. This is definitely edgy gaming that's going on right now. I think what I'd like to do then is let's go ahead and... Actually, I'll sign people in the morning. Let's just go sleep it off for right now. Okay, and so morale went up by 100. That's good. Hopefully, I'm just not going to talk about it anymore. I'm so stuck on that situation right now. I can tell I'm going to be thinking about it after I turn the game off. Just be thinking about it all day as to whether I made the right decision or not. I think I did, given all the medical concerns around having a child in a situation like this without any doctor, without any medical equipment. People used to do it back in medieval times, but we don't have doulas, we don't have midwives, we don't have anything, as far as I know. I mean, we just have a veterinarian and a couple of people who are basically EMTs, which that should be enough, I hope, to get through a childbirth. A couple EMTs and a veterinarian, maybe? But still, it's a bigger risk than I wanted to take, and so that's basically the crux of my decision. I'd rather somebody be alive than dead. Yep, there it goes. I knew this was my problem. How could you do it? You knew. You had to know how much that baby meant to me. And you got rid of it? Like it was nothing? Craig, it wasn't nothing. And don't blame Tweedletime. That totally ruins the seriousness of the situation. It was my decision, not theirs. But they were the ones responsible for making this happen, Karen. If you just tried to talk to me, none of this would have See? What did I say? What did I say? I was the guy right there that wanted to have a little, public discussion. She did try to talk to you, Craig. Can you really look me in the eye and say you listened? I guess I just figured it was nerves, and if I did something, maybe it would change. He shuts his eyes, pained. I just wanted to be responsible. But it wasn't up to you. I didn't want to do it. I couldn't. It wasn't about a failing of yours. It was something I didn't want. You two should really, go sort this out. Get out of my room. Right, we'll do that. Bye. Hey there. So not like I want to complicate your day even more, but there's something I think needs doing. It might be dangerous, but I think it's worth the risk. Alright, Vic, lay it on me. Right. If you remember, the sheriff and I were trying to get to Coleman, but, well, you know how that turned out. Thing is, Coleman was HQ for police assisting in the evacuations. I think there are still officers there, good cops who could help improve our chances here. Okay, I had other plans, but I'll see what I can do. Other plans can wait. A few more lawmen here, and we'll hold this place till a proper rescue. Just make sure I'm with you, otherwise they might get the wrong idea. Understood. I'll let you know when we're headed out. Fucking hit me then, pork stash. Don't bait me, Missy. I don't want to hit a woman, but it's tempting, especially when that woman's a greasy lying sack of meth dealing shit. That's it. I'm gonna make you eat that fucking weasel on your lip. First one to throw a punch gets thrown out of my fucking shelter. That's more like it. Now get this pig to apologize. On his knees would be nice. I've been a cop most of my life. Trust me, she's hiding something. Vic's a contributing member to the group. Honestly, it's a tough situation to be in because a new person comes in that beefs with somebody that you have a long-standing connection with, especially since Vic is a battle brother at this point. He's homies. You know what I mean? He's kinfolk. So he's been out on our away team. I like Vic a lot, so I'm very, very tempted to just back him up and just be like, what you gotta say? Really, that's a leadership call, huh? Alright. Yeah, understood. Good. Let's all just cooperate so I don't have to throw one of you out. Just missed. About the camp. I know people here who might not have the stomach to take those resources. But if you reconsider, I bet there are some people here who could be discreet about a return visit. We're not attacking those people. They have every right to live in peace. When we start to run out of food, will you still think they're more deserving than us? I'm sure you've thought about it, though. We can always take the leftovers from whoever takes it from them. This is not open for discussion. Don't bring it up again. Sure, you're the boss. I go where you need me. You don't like that idea, but I'm sure there's another way. Hey, had a thought about where we might be able to pick up some supplies and maybe some weapons, but, well, if I tell you, you have to promise not to repeat any of this to Melina, okay? Alright, I won't say a word. Okay, so one of my jobs was managing a storage place near Dripping Springs. It's not a huge place, but there was probably some useful items there, and I don't think anybody's coming back for their stuff. Alright, what's the bad idea here? Yeah, well, there was this one guy. He would just show up in the middle of the night to move boxes in and out of his unit. I don't know what it was, but he was giving me 3 times the fee just to keep an eye on the locker. Sounds promising. I knew it was wrong, but we were getting married and I needed the money, so I could take you to it, but please don't let Melina know about the deal. Alright, I won't say anything. Thanks. You just need to let me show you where the storage locker is. I know that place back and forth. So we'd have to take Oscar with us if we're going to do that. Alright, well, let's handle the Coleman issue first. I think that's probably highest up on the list right now. The altercation with Craig went a little bit better than I expected, but I think we have to assign tasks at the moment. I think we finished up with the rec room or something like that. So we have Priscilla Butler. Priscilla Butler's going to be able to a mushroom patch, 20 food per week. Yeah, let's go for that. Mushroom patch seems good. Hell, I'll have her help out with whatever we can. It requires survival skills, so these guys don't have it. I could put somebody... Do they work on the rec room, or do they just build it? Oh, they build it. Okay, so let's maybe add everybody else to the rec room, possibly. Melina, I need you on machinist. Continue reinforcing writing leathers. That's a big deal to me. Those are really, really useful, and they're helpful. And so I'd like to have a lot of them. We have Davis Cray, who has no job. I could put him on the mushroom patch, or I could put him on... What happened to the infirmary job? Did I accidentally pull somebody off of it? Weird. I must have done something wrong right there. It has to be my fault. I know it is. I probably did something dumb and clicked it off. I'm not sure. We'll go with the rec room, though, because I'd like it to be done by the end of the day. If we can get it down to 8 hours. 9's close enough. That works. I think you get 8 hours in a day, though. You start out... No, you work till 5. It should get done. That's fine. Karen Landry's sick, obviously. Alright. So there's that. We've got mushroom patch. That's working. Rec room. Reinforced riding leathers. Pretty happy with our work schedule right now, actually. Feeling good about it. Let's make sure that I cleaned out everybody's inventory, and we'll go off. We'll take a look at what Vic wanted us to do. We'll go after that thing next that Oscar wanted, but for right now, I don't think Oscar's very good in combat, so I'd prefer to keep him out of it for the time being. We've got Vic, who's carrying nothing. We've got Regina, who's carrying nothing. We've got Paul, who's carrying nothing. Okay, good enough for me. Let's go. It's off and into the Great Blue Yonder, or I guess into the Great Brown Yonder. We are in the middle of Texas, and frankly, a lot of the landscapes have been sort of like Fallout-esque. They've been a little bit sparse. It reminds me of my time spent in Nevada and Arizona. Honestly, though, there's a subtle beauty to the desert. For real, there is. There really sincerely is. I've never been to Texas. The way they're presenting it here makes it seem kind of just like a empty grassland. But yeah, there's a beauty to the desert. There really sincerely is. So where did he want us to go? He wanted us to go to... It's got to be around here somewhere. He wanted us to go to Coleman. That's what it was. Okay, well, let's go to Coleman. Let's find out. A shortcut through an evacuated area. I don't know if this one was non-optional or what this one was, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll work out for us. The game auto-saved, which is never a good sign. Hanging out by some train tracks. Woo, woo! Ooh, a big old pack of dogs. Shit. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be... I don't see anything to loot out here is my big problem. That crow's up here just being voyeuristic about the whole thing, watching us get our asses kicked. Our melee skills are not incredible. Oh, I like that leather armor she's wearing. That looks really cool. It's got like the reinforced arm pads and stuff. That's badass. That's super badass. Let's go ahead and finish this off. I think the dogs shouldn't be a big problem. In the early game, I could actually see this being a major issue. This could be one of those encounters in the early game that'll get you into big trouble. Because dogs are actually pretty badass in the early game. They can hurt you badly if you don't have armor. Once you have armor, they're not so bad because they fall on bite protection. So once you have enough bite protection, it's not really that concerning anymore. Additionally, they can't carry anything. If you're wondering what my decision was in bringing dogs, they can carry loot, but they can't wear loot. So they can't wear armor, which means that they're constantly going to be getting hit for full damage. They don't have that many HP, so it's like basically it's a non-stop risk for your characters. I'm not trying to be negative right now, but I'd probably try and chop them up and eat them too. Like, I'm not trying to be like that guy, but frankly, you got to make use. We're in a situation where food might not last forever, you know what I mean? So it might be a good idea to actually like butcher and make meat out of all these. I'm just trying to look at it from a survivalist point, but we could also use the furs. Essentially, taxidermy isn't that difficult. My dad's a taxidermist. I say my dad's a lot of things. My dad's kind of a Renaissance guy. Like, he's weird like that. Like, he dabbles in a lot of stuff. Like, frankly, he's got this huge workshop that he just like works in. And like sometimes the stuff he comes out of the workshop with is like mind-blowing. Like, he spent a weekend last week just like affixing motors to random like vehicles. So he got bicycles and like little motorbikes and things like that, and he started fiddling around like just putting wheels and like messing around putting like 2-stroke motors on them and just all kinds of stuff. Like, that's what I mean. Like, every weekend he's always fiddling with something. Finish him off real fast. Get a little bit of damage going that way, and I think that's going to be the end of the turn. I don't think they'll be able to deal any damage. The motocross armor should keep us fairly well insulated from the overall biting pervasiveness of the doggy kind, but I love that katana. That katana is one of the best things we ever picked up. I can't resist the urge to have my character wield a katana. It just has to happen. I had a roommate who had a big badass katana that I think his parents got it for him because he's half Japanese, and when he got out of like high school or something, his parents got it for him or something. I don't know. It's like a traditional thing. Anyways, it was badass. He left it on the table on like this little stand. I was constantly taking it out, just being like, katana, and just like feeling like a badass, even though I have no clue what I would do with a katana in any situation. Oh yeah, she can't attack diagonally. Well, let's put her right there then. There we go. That dog's down. That should leave enough room for Tweedletime to get in there for the kill. Swap her out and still take a swing at this one. But we are going to miss. Ooh, a brutal attack right there for 3 whole damage. Whatever shall we do with this unholy... I always want to say feline, and I know that's not right. It's canine, but I don't know why I always go to... It's because I own cats. This unholy triumvirate of canine pain. How do you poison somebody with a baseball bat? That doesn't seem plausible. Or possible, considering we're fighting dogs. Okay. You better not let your cop friends see you wearing that fireman's hat, man. They're gonna give you shit for the rest of the week. You're gonna be on the shit list, man. Ain't nobody gonna be happy to see you anymore. Okay, and so there's a problem solved. It says there's a Z around here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's one right there, isn't there? I'm just trying to get out of here. This is a big-ass waste of time. A giant waste of time. This event has, like, no tangible value whatsoever. We killed that zombie's dogs. He's walking over now. He's gonna sob himself to sleep at this point. We killed his pets. Usually dogs will actually retreat. Even in pack mode, if, like, one of them gets wounded, they'll typically retreat. Let's see here. We wanted to go to Coleman. So that's where we are headed, because they can't stop us. We're going to Coleman, whether they like it or not. Who they is, I'm not sure. It's somebody, though, and we're going to Coleman. For camping equipment, related accessories. Terrible, cheap, propane-fueled accessories. I don't know. Some Coleman stuff I have is really nice. Some Coleman stuff I have is terrible. Got a little bit of gas right there. That's pretty good. You don't want to have a little bit of gas on the road. It's not going to endear you to all your compatriots. Looks like they've blocked everything. You know these cops are going to have, like, gone completely and totally batshit nutty. You know this whole situation is going to be foobar. There's no way it's not going to be. I'm calling it right now. They're going to, like, seize control of, like, our village. They're going to try and do something. I know it. There's no way that this situation just, like, resolves itself without any random, like, strife. How do we get in? Looks like they did a pretty damn good job of fortifying everything, that's for sure. Jesus. This door over here appears to not work. Which leaves us pretty much solely using the back door over here, I guess. Once again, though, I'm a little iffy about this. This doesn't feel right. Yeah, my guess is that they gone bad. That guy was called Bad Police Lieutenant, so my guess is that... Yep. That would be my guess, is that we are probably going to regret this decision. We can't get in without kicking the door down, though, too, and I wonder if that's the developer's, like, clumsy way of making it so, like, they react to you kicking in the door, but I hope not. Because I'd always prefer to resolve things, like, diplomatically in this game rather than with violence, because once violence starts to pop off, you never know. Like, things get out of hand really, really quickly in this game. Just like they did with the Predators. Why are you guys, like, running all over the place, doing all kinds of weird shit? Just go over there. Pathfinding right now, like, losing its mind. There you go. Wow, we got a lot of gas out of this place. Like, seriously. Oh, you can tab to, like, cycle through people? I didn't even know. I didn't even know. So, what's the best way for us? Oh, I could have just gone around this way. Noob mode. Okay. Well, let's give it a go. Dick Ferguson, is that you? This is Vic Castillo from Splendid. Vic? We've been waiting for you. We got your radio message. Must have been weeks now. Big Jim with you? He, didn't make it. Well, I'm sorry to hear it. Yeah, Dick, I'm here because we got a whole lot of people in Splendid. Was hoping you could move them up here or maybe get some backup to help us down there. No can do, Vic. We got our own to look after. Of course, you and any other officers and their families are welcome to join up here, but anyone's not police, they got no business here. Dick? You're a goddamn cop. We got a duty to look after these people. We need to be out there restoring the goddamn order for the civilians that are left. They had their chance, Vic. We tried and now we're being attacked out on our own streets. Not a damn thing we can do but wait it out. They can rot out there for all I care. Dick Ferguson, you fucking coward. You better believe if I get through this, I'm gonna make sure you can't get a badge at a goddamn toy store. To you, they're not gonna help us. Let's go. Do you want to stay? This ain't my town, and to be honest, I don't think me and Dick would see eye to eye, especially after I kicked his ass up and down that courthouse. Vic, you and your people had best be on your way. I don't want to shoot, but you've been warned. Get on out of here. Alright. Well, I can't imagine that they got riot shields and stuff. Can they shoot at us from up? They got hunting rifles. Nah, it ain't worth it. Let's go. That's an altercation. It's not going to end well for us. I can virtually assure you of that. There's simply no way we're walking away from that one. Hunting rifles have this like weird tendency to hit for like 150 damage randomly, and they actually do it more than randomly. They do it quite frequently, which puts you in a weird situation. I guess that's it for Coleman. We checked in on it, and that's that. I suppose while we're out here, we might as well make do. Let's go to the hospital. I mean, I know this is a terrible idea as far as zombie movies go. We're fairly well armed at this point. Maybe we can do something here. My guess is that we may have a military over in this area, though. Actually, we're out of time. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Dead State. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Hi do, everybody, and I will see you there.